Excuse me. Let's go for a little bit at least. Let's make sure it's going to cross-run. Give 1 second as we get started here, just making sure everything sounds okay. I think that should all be okay. I'm gonna double check. We have gone ahead and grinded a little bit so we could have. Okay, now the game's a little too low. That should be better now. So. I'd say the game's just about right now. Okay, I think we should be good. We should be good. Okay. Yeah, we grinded a little bit. Not anything too bad, though. Just the extra three levels. So we do happen to have a little bit more cash money now. There's a cat down here, as there usually is. We got a little bit of different equips, just the armor, just because I wanted to keep the same weapons. Excuse me. Level 34 should be more than enough for this area, honestly. I think we would have been fine at the previous levels as well. The tree branch is reacting. I could have just walked over that too. That's okay. Let's let us in for now. Enemies shouldn't be too big of a problem. No, well, you are doing a bit more damage, but we do have a better version of Cure, finally. We do have Cure again. Wow. You guys are actually taking a bit more damage than I was expecting you would. Interesting. Not that that's a bad thing. Oh. Should still be okay, I think, though. The sword dance is always nice. Sorry, just feeling a bit tired tonight. I don't know how long we'll be streaming. I'd at least like to get through this section of the game, so we'll probably do that and then call it good. This won't be too much, but we'll at least begin. Obviously, the 4-job Fiesta does happen to be over at this point, but that's not really going to stop me from actually happening to continue to play it until we're done. I wish we would have gotten done in time, but just we're too busy. Real life is too busy sometimes. Sorry, I'm actually fairly tired, so maybe I should have waited until tomorrow's stream, but as I said, I really would like to get through this section, so I'm going to try really hard. And you should be the Gala Jelly. Not the Gala. We'll leave you alive for a second longer. Just because that Gala Jelly might help. Well, okay, that works too. Somebody's up, unless it's one of the animals. I don't hear John, though. So everything should be okay. I see my phone going off. If it was John, because Katie would be calling me. I don't mean that in a mean way, it's just what happens. Katie typically has trouble sleeping at night, so she leaves it to me, which I don't mind doing. It's typically during the weekdays that she does that, though. During the weekend, she doesn't mind as much, because it doesn't matter as much if she doesn't get as much sleep. Just for work, she does. I can sleep in a little bit longer than her, so that's why she has me doing that, which I don't mind. Doesn't sound like he's crying, though. Typically, if I turn on music for him, it helps him a little bit, too. I need to change the music for him ever so slightly. There's a Latin CD that I picked up with chant, I suppose I should say. That's from Christmas time, which is obviously great, but I think it would be nice for him to also have some music or some chant that isn't just from Christmas Time, which I do happen to own. I just need to remember to put it upstairs now so you can actually listen to it. Oh, I didn't even think that might be a problem. Alright, good. Need to get rid of him because, I mean, we do more damage at Berserk, obviously. Not sure how much more, though, is the thing. Also seems like his attack, or she. Ferris is in fact a she, as we've established. Does seem to be attacking faster, but I don't know. Would that be interesting? Combining the ninja with Berserk might lead to some really interesting tactics. Obviously, or samurais, pardon me. Samurais have fairly high speed, so combining that with Berserk to get that base damage could be potentially really interesting. If I could have one more thing and combine it with dual wield, then I definitely would do that. Now, eventually we're going to have a scripted boss fight coming up here, which is a little unfortunate, because it's not like, hey, you want to stop that cat? I mean, it's cute, but you don't have to do that. I promise you, cat, you don't have to do that. She'll stop here eventually. I could stop her, but at the same time, it's cute, and it keeps her happy. And she's a good cat. She's a good cat, that's what I'm told. Blah 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 blah. Don't remember the lyrics. It's not really that good of a song, to be quite frank. So why am I singing it? Well, that's a good question, because I do stuff sometimes like that. Sword dance is always nice. It's kind of why I haven't replaced that weapon on her yet. Well, there's only a chance to get sword dance. It's gotten fairly frequently, and for somebody that happens to be the healer, to sometimes get that critical hit is nice. So say this forest does happen to be a little bit winding. There we go. At least you hit. Can't say the same for Galuf, though. But no, I am drinking a little bit of Nassos to see if that wakes me up even a little bit. I am tired. But I am, yeah. That'll be nice for Zenny Edge, at least. Yeah. That did not help much. That's alright, whatever. That did not help much, Galuf. Oh, you goober. Like, I know Galuf isn't trying to be bad, but it's like, Galuf, please hit. That was helpful, actually. I don't know why the Mammon happens to attack the, hold on. I just can't speak? Which means spells, and it does damage over time. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that. Frequently, at the very least. I don't remember ever having seen it. It might be something that you could get for a Blue Mage, but I don't do Blue Mage often. I wouldn't mind doing some Blue Mage stuff, I just haven't really done it before, so I don't know. If I thought about it, I would have had them attack different people, but I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, unfortunately. And Mini? Yup. So we had not actually seen that attack go off yet, but now we have. Does 0 damage, which doesn't. Okay, good. I was about to say, really? Should be good. Could still do hammer, but. Alright, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Which is nice. It's nice that they take care of themselves for me. So I could do hammer up, but this does happen to be mostly more cost effective, mainly because we have how many elixirs we do have. We were grinding to get like 6 more elixirs, which makes up for that one really bad boss fight we had, so should be okay. Apparently everything that can make noise is that has decided to come downstairs tonight, such as the cat playing with the bag or the dog at the moment deciding to come and eat, which, I mean, I get that she's hungry. It's just bad timing. That's alright. Dogs have never known to have good timing. Cottage is nice. Oh, good, just done that. Okay, that's fine. Osmos. This Jones. Don't confuse. That'll work. That won't work so well. That'll work even less well. Come on, guys. I'm recording. I'm doing streaming. Why wouldn't I be up? You have to remember, I'm an hour behind you. Too late. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say it's not too late. You done hanging out with your friends? That's fair. Ugh. No, I'm just working on. Go ahead. No, I'm right there with you. As soon as I get done with this part of the game, I'm going to sleep myself. I've said that on the stream as is, so I should.
That means that part of the game could be another 5 hours.
It shouldn't be. I'm over leveled enough, so. I mean, it could be, but it shouldn't be. If it is, something has gone terribly, terribly amiss.
Fuck is this? No. Place is trying to sell me guns. Okay.
Well, it's America. We're always trying to sell guns.
They're trying to sell me laser sights.
Without the gun, that's not very useful.
Well, I have a gun.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean I want to spend $200 on a laser sight.
That's fair. I can understand that. You ready to record this weekend, by the way?
I should be.
Alright.
There's a possibility I'll be out tomorrow night, but I don't expect to be.
So say if not, I mean, it's a 3-day weekend, so we should be okay. How's your job hunt going, by the way?
I think I got one.
Good. Sorry, I know I hadn't really asked you about that. I apologize.
Nah, it's fine. I haven't done much work on it.
That's fair. So say Katie is. Go ahead, sorry.
Lucked into one.
That's never a bad thing. Katie's kind of in the same situation at the moment. Hopefully, she still has to apply for it, or not apply, but interview. But we're hoping she's found something.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have said that on.
That's pretty much where I'm at. I have to meet with the guy, but basically what happened is Mom wanted me to send an application into her store so she could go on to the thing and look at it and see like how my assessment was and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then her manager saw it and was like, hey, let's just hire him here.
That works. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. It's not a job I want. I'd probably have to stick with it for at least a year.
Right. But I mean, it is better than nothing, though, yeah?
Hmm?
I said it's better than nothing, though, at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat because like I'm not really enjoying my current job at the moment, but with unnamed person trying to find one, I just realized I probably shouldn't be saying her name just in case people know because her job's not supposed to know that she's looking for stuff. So, but basically, it's like if she, yeah, basically until she gets a job, I can't really look because can't really have two people switching jobs at the same time. Unfortunately. I am glad to hear that, though. What'd you guys do for dinner?
Went to a pizza place.
Well, that sounds good.
It was disappointing.
Was it? That's unfortunate.
It was not a $25 pizza.
The sushi I got, on the other hand, was probably worth the price. This was actually good sushi. I did not like the atmosphere, though. It was mainly because we were close to the bar, and the bartender was kind of a jerk, is the way I'm going to phrase it. Apparently we're going out drinking tomorrow, so that'll be interesting.
Alright.
We're going to my mom's in town at the moment, so she's going to be watching John for us. She wants us to get out of the house since she lives in Florida, so she doesn't really get to see John too much. So she wants us out of the house, so she's pretty much paying for us to go on a date, as well as to then go drinking. So it's like, okay, sure. Because there's a bar that's also an arcade, so we're going to go there. I'm not sure how I convinced Katie to do it, but I'm not upset that I did.
I say I'm just one of those guys. I hear going out drinking and I hear spending way too much money.
Well, as I said, my mom's paying for it, but I'm still not going to go out and get... I want enough to get tipsy, not enough to get drunk.
Yeah, that's about the right place.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think I'm more of a lightweight than you, so I shouldn't have as much of a problem.
Depends on what I'm drinking, really.
That's fair. I was trying to convince Katie to let me do shots tomorrow, but she won't let me do shots. Which is a shame. The place we're going to actually has really good shots. See, you're not too much into the hard liquor scene, though, yeah?
I like hard liquor. I can hold it a lot better than I can hold beer.
I guess you don't like the hard liquors. No, you don't like mixed drinks. Never mind. That's right. I remembered eventually.
I like hard liquor, though.
Yeah. I was going to say, these shots are typically more mixed drinks because it's like Gatorade mixed with something else, so... I was going to say, hold on. I'll get you a link for it as soon as I'm done with this enemy. I actually haven't checked their menu since we went last, which was about... it was before Katie got pregnant, actually, so it's been about 1.5 years now. We just don't really go bar hopping that much. We prefer to stay at home and drink just because there's really no reason to not do that, I feel.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I am. I'd rather sit at home and have a few beers than go out and spend all that money.
Exactly, and it's like it's a lot cheaper too.
It wound up being $50 for me tonight, and
Woof.
Just a huge part of that was that the beer added $10.
Yeah, that sounds about right, unfortunately. I just don't drink on Friday, so I didn't have to worry about that. Otherwise, I might have picked up some sake as well, but I hear you.
Yeah, it was a $25 pizza, $4 appetizer, and 2 beers.
Yeah, I was going to say, that does sound like it's expensive.
It was about $45.
Right.
So, then tip.
Yeah. Oh, hey, when did they get Frogger? Cool. Sorry, I'm also... oh, they got burger time now? Sweet. Sorry, I'm checking the games at the bar as well as their drinks. I'll put in chat.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Did they get rid of Battletoads, though? If so... nope, they still have Battletoads. Cool. All worth it.
Is this like a gaming bar or something?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
They have themed drinks as well. Like, let me see. Give me a second. The drinks. Let's see. Like, the shots are the Double Dragon Bomb, Finish Him, the Slippery Banana, Sonic and Knuckles, Hulkmania, Pinky and the Brain, Fire Flower Bomb, Dr. Warrior, and Gizmo, which I liked Rescue Rangers, but unfortunately Gizmo kind of... I think Gizmo was the name of the mouse from Rescue Ranger. Do you even remember?
Ever watch Rescue Ranger?
I'm gonna check. Gizmo Rescue. Either way, the female mouse from Rescue Rangers has popular among furries. I'll leave it at that.
I've never noticed it.
Really?
Yep.
Let's see. Hold on.
They're very.
Yeah. You sure you haven't noticed it? Give me a second.
Yep.
Because she is fairly popular among furries. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm just gonna put her picture in chat just to see if you have at least seen her.
That's a mouse?
That's a mouse.
Okay.
She's, as I said, she's fairly popular among furries.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense that she'd pop up the fan art communities just because she's a female character, and there aren't that many female furry characters out there.
Aren't there? I can
Not
think of
as much.
I can think of a few. There's that one. Are we counting Treasure Planet?
I haven't seen that in forever, so I don't know.
Okay. A lot of them were furries for that one. So that's why I wasn't sure if we were counting that one. It's not a bad movie. I mean, it's like, obviously, I don't think Disney was trying to start something there. It just kind of happened. More so than anything.
Yeah. Huh.
What's up?
They're closing Reddit source.
What's Reddit's source?
Reddit's code source.
Oh, why are they closing it?
Basically, just administrative reasons.
Okay.
Like, nothing that's really a good reason for moving an open project to closed.
Oh, okay. I'd rather float their boat, I guess, but I hear you. Excuse me. I don't know. I like Reddit, but I don't like Reddit at the same time, so... I don't know. Love-hate relationship with it, I guess.
I like Reddit.
I guess I like the format of Reddit, I just don't like the users, which... That's kind of going to happen in a forum-based... Yeah. Like, the Team Fortress 2 community is pretty awful. It's not the worst one I've seen. Like, r/Humble Bundles community is worse from what I've seen.
I didn't even know Humble Bundle had a subreddit.
They have a few. That one in particular is not particularly good, I would say. Like, r/Humble Bundles is... I mean, it's pretty much PC elitist.
I can understand that.
Yeah. You know that bundle... Well, I think it was a week back that was mainly for PlayStation. Like, everybody threw a conniption fit on that thread, which I kind of get, but at the same time, it's like, it's not like it's a bad bundle, guys.
It's just that the primary audience of the bundle can't use it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I like PC, and it was great for me, but I hear what you're saying. Like, a lot of people with PC are PC only, which I mean, I get that. I don't get why they're PC only, though, I guess.
It's one of the big reasons
Uh-huh.
is that consoles just slow down the progress of gaming technology
Well, yes and no.
and game development. Its consoles are so behind. Consoles used to be the cutting edge every
They
time
did,
they
yeah.
came out.
I
They'd
was
have
just, yeah.
like the special chipsets and all these features that PCs couldn't have at the time.
But now they can.
Yeah, now they can, and consoles tend to be just very, very underpowered PCs
Mm-hmm.
without the advantages consoles have had.
Right, I don't disagree with that. I'd say mainly I don't know, I think you kind of agree with this. The only console really worth getting is Nintendo because they at least try to do something
Yeah,
innovative most of the time.
and that's really the thing. It's the best way I've heard it put is that Microsoft and Sony make horrible PCs, Nintendo makes good consoles.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that. Oddly,
And
I was gonna say, oddly enough, I think the or Sony's console stuff is the only thing making it money at the moment.
yeah, it's console's a big industry.
It
The only
is.
remaining advantage to a console is really that you can just plug it directly into your TV without all the setup a PC has.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like because it's a power cord and an HDMI cable as
PC
opposed to
PC really isn't.
power cord, HDMI cable, and
Yeah,
keyboard.
PC really isn't too hard though once you know how to do it. It's just most people don't
Yeah,
want to know how to do it. But I get what you're saying.
and the plugs, they're color coded, and you literally cannot stick a plug into the wrong socket.
Yeah, that's
It won't
true.
fit. It's
That is
more
true.
the software maintenance side of things, which consoles are just as bad at anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like that was one of the big things with console. You could stick a disc in it and go straight to playing the game.
Yeah, not anymore, unfortunately.
Yep. Consoles have gone the way PC did, where the disc is just
Yeah.
physical proof of purchase,
Yep.
and the actual game you get off the internet and install.
Except for once again Nintendo.
Yep. Which makes sense. I mean, think about it. Some games are almost 100 gigs. You
Yeah.
can't put that on physical media without having to have 3 or 4 of them.
Now, Nintendo might be able to. Remember, they've gone cartridge again.
Oh, yeah. It depends on the storage capacity
Yeah.
of the cartridge.
That's the main question I have because it's like obviously cartridge technology's gotten better because it's like if it's essentially just a USB, there you go. It'd have to be a better type of USB though because otherwise it would eventually corrupt and fail. So
That's less an issue with the USB protocol than the hardware that goes through the USB.
that's fair.
And really, I would compare it more to a SanDisk or to an SD card than a USB.
I would
drive.
definitely compare it more to a SD card. You're right, yeah.
Which, I guess those really just depend on the manufacturer.
Right. I'd agree with that. Oh man, they got Crazy Taxi. Sorry, I'm still looking at all the games they got.
Okay.
Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter 2. Oh, they got a Play Choice 10? Sweet. I hardly ever see those, although they don't have a Ghost and Goblins machine, which is unfortunate because I love Ghost and Goblins, but I'm not very good at it. I don't know many people that are good at Ghost and Goblins, honestly.
Don't think I've ever played it.
It's a fun game. It's really hard, though, just as a heads up.
Okay.
Let's see, they got the Simpsons arcade game. I think it's partially broken, though.
Okay.
I'm just looking over, sorry. Alright, I'm gonna stop
That's fine.
I'm gonna stop looking over now. Oh,
I
hey,
never
somebody.
spent too much time with arcades, so I just don't know too much about them.
That's fair. Hi, person watching now, by the way. We have somebody that agrees with us, by the way. That pretty much Nintendo's the only console worth buying. So it's like they're the only ones that actually try.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I
Pretty
do.
much.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say, I do still want a PS4. That's a little bit different though than me actually wanting the PS4. I just want to play Bloodborne. That's the only reason why I want a PS4.
I think I've heard of that one.
It's the same people that made Dark Souls and Demon Souls.
Okay. Is it kind of like the shooter version of that?
Have you played Dark Souls 3?
Nope.
Okay, it's kind of like Dark Souls 3. It's basically just Bloodborne is a faster Dark Souls. That's the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Whereas Dark Souls 3 is faster than Dark Souls 1 and 2, but not as fast as Bloodborne. Dark Souls 3 is kind of a mix in between the two.
I can see that.
Yeah. Some people like it, some people don't. Personally, I like going through Dark Souls the first time with a shield, and they took out shields for Bloodborne, so I'm kind of just, yeah. But I'm not a filthy Dex user. Most people don't like Dex. My first Dark Souls 1 playthrough, though, was with Dex because you can get one of the best games or weapons in the game really early on called the Uchi Katana. So if you just get that, you kind of are good, especially if you upgrade your equipment load so that then you can also wield Havel's armor, which Havel's armor is also the best armors in the game. So you kind of do that and you're doing pretty all right. Although some people like doing Giant Dad, which that meme is silly.
Yeah.
I forgot it was this boss, by the way, so you might be right. It might be a few hours. This boss can give troubles. I can't remember why at the moment, though. So we'll see if I die real quick.
Won't take too long to find out.
It might. I mean, I do happen to as I said, I do still technically happen to be over leveled, but I don't know. I just can't remember if the problem with these bosses is you have to take them all out all out at the same time, or if not, if it's all at the same time, then it shouldn't still be a problem. I just don't want to do it that way. If I remember correctly, the last time I fought these guys, they're really susceptible to the ailment death, so it's actually really easy to take them out that way.
Okay. Cats are running around again.
At least it's cute.
All right. I'm asleep. I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open, so
that's fair. I'm gonna finish this boss and go to bed myself. Unfortunately, Drew, I have had a long day. But I do at least. So yeah. You have a good night, Ott.
Have a good one.
You too.
Night.
Here goes the first one. Should make the fight easier now. I could just end it all with Zenny Edge, but I'd really like to save my Zenny, especially for situations where it actually requires Zenny Edge, because it might be coming up, it might not be, I don't know. I probably will be streaming more over the weekend, by the way, just because it does happen to be Labor Day, so I do have a bit of free time, unless my son does not give me that free time, which is fair. I totally get my son wanting to spend time with me. I would want to spend time with my dad, too. I did want to spend time with my dad. My dad just lives in Florida, so it makes it a little hard. Ooh, Earthshaker, that hurts. We'll just keep doing Kiriga. Works well enough. And Earthshaker hurts. Thank you, I appreciate it. We're working on streaming some more. I don't really have enough time is the problem to always be streaming. That's why we typically work on videos. Last week I just didn't have time because of my son to upload videos to either this channel or my regular channel. So that's the main reason why there hasn't been videos this week. I was gonna say, we do have about 11 other Final Fantasy streams at the moment, if you're interested in those. I don't know, I can't remember if I've seen you before, so I apologize for that. Yeah, we've got about 11 others. And one Breath of the Wild stream. I've been meaning to get back to streaming Breath of the Wild, honestly. This might be close. Hold on a second. Okay. That was way too close, actually. Way closer than I was expecting it, but we're okay. Yeah, we should have one Breath of the Wild up as well. I'm working on, over on our Catholic Gamers, setting up time to set up gaming with all the Catholic gamers on there, so as to set up streaming with them. We're planning to do Splatoon 1 this weekend, and eventually do Team Fortress 2 next weekend, just because Team Fortress 2 is more easily accessible. Breath of the Wild I'm planning to get back to, honestly. I got it when it first came out, and it's not a bad game. Since I was working on recording all the footage for Tales of Symphonia, so that took a long time, honestly, because Tales of Symphonia is a long game. And now I'm working on Deus Ex for the channel, as well as various other things for my own channel, so just lots of time. Hi, X-Death. How you doing? Ugh. Yep, they were crystals. Congratulations. Ow. Why is Lena... Oh, never mind. They took care of that. Alright. I was going to say, why is Lena back there? But she's not. But no, Breath of the Wild I've been meaning to get back to. I just haven't, I guess. Come on, Krill. It's time to replace your grandpa. Honestly, I could have taken out that last boss a lot faster with Xenoage, but just, well, not what was happening, honestly. For your Viscera? Hold on a second. Viscera. Oh. Interesting. Apparently it's the intestines. Time for your Viscera to see the light of day. Wow. That actually does happen to be an interesting insult. Alright. Interesting. I've never actually looked up the word Viscera. Okay, then. Oh, by the way, Butts, Lennon, and Ferris are here, too. Yeah. It's X-Death. He is gonna get up and do something again. Yeah, I was gonna say. You are in a spot of bad, aren't you, Crow? Yeah, X-Death is not exactly happy that you did that. I'm sorry to say. Is it Krill or Krillai? It would be this channel. We would be streaming that at the very least. Eventually, I'd like to do the story for Splatoon 1 and maybe do some multiplayer for Splatoon 1, just because it's not going to be Splatoon 1 multiplayer. I'm sure isn't going to be up for too much longer. I'm suspecting with the Wii U's online stuff will be kind of similar to how the Wii's was. So we might get another year out of it, maybe another year and a half for, you know, like online services, stuff like that. We'll still be able to buy stuff on the eShop like we can with um the Wii, but I'm not assuming much else aside from that. Galuf, did you go Super Saiyan? Unfortunately for Galuf, that's not going to be very helpful for him for long. Yeah, he's supposed to take that damage. Because Galuf is not going to be with us for much longer here. Unfortunately. I wonder if I could kill him with Xenoage. I kind of want to find out, but on the one hand, I also don't want to use my money. So, there's that as well. Yeah. Because Xenoage happens to be I'll use one Xenoage at least. Because Xenoage does happen to be completely broken in this game. Let's see how much it does. Okay. To be fair, we're still a few levels lower than we should be for X-Death. But nearly 7,000 damage is not too bad. Flare would hurt if this was not a scripted battle. As would Holy. If this were not, as would Meteor. Meteor would actually hurt the most, obviously. We probably won't be seeing Meteor. Holy, I do plan to pick up because we can use Holy. We can't use the other spells just because we're doing the Fiesta still. So we're stuck with Samurai, honestly. To be fair, X-Death's battle music was really cool. I forgot about that. Final Fantasy V had some really good music. This, Battle of the Big Bridge, a few other. Is it Love? Is it Love, Galuf? It's Love, isn't it? Love? Is it Love? You're not telling me. I'm assuming it's Love. Bye, X-Death. We'll see you in like half an hour. Next time we play, that is. So I'm pretty sure we're assaulting your fortress next. But yeah, I was gonna say, I'll probably use Xenoage once we get to X-Death, honestly. As well as Shinryu and Gamma. Omega? Whatever that robot's name is. I'm pretty sure Xenoage doesn't have a counter, if I'm remembering correctly. As long as we happen to be a high enough level, it does a fair amount of damage. The higher the level, the more money it uses, but also the more damage it does, so. Hey, we have Kiraga now. I wonder what would have happened if we didn't have Kiraga. And there died Galuf. Which is a shame, because I actually really like Galuf as a character, and he's the one we've gotten to know, and along comes Krill for the last fourth of the game. Like, for the most part, we're getting close to being done with Final Fantasy V, honestly. There's a few things we were going to do, and a few extra things we're going to do, just so I have enough weapons, honestly. I know, Krill. Where'd you come from, X-Death? Oh, well, actually he's a tree, so it makes enough sense. Alright. Do we just have to talk to you enough times? It's typically just talk to you enough times and then... Or run back and forth. Yeah, I actually really like Galef. So it does happen to be kind of... Oh, we do just have to run back and forth a bunch of times. It really does happen to be a shame that Galef died. Krill isn't a bad character by any means. It's just... kind of seems weird to kill one of the main characters 3/4 of the way through. I mean, it's not like it's the first time an RPG has done it. And then just replace him with his granddaughter. But still a funny mistranslation. Oh, the original Final Fantasy V translated Bart's butts. The Game Boy Advance version didn't, but people still like to name him Butts because of that one mistranslation. I know we're planning to do Borderlands here eventually. We're just planning to do New Game Plus for Borderlands when we stream it. That way it's not like it's boring. So eventually we're planning to do that as well. I'm just working on getting through Borderlands 1. I got through Borderlands 2 as well as pre-sequel, so now it's just 1 that I have to finish. That's kind of a drag. Borderlands 1, the Borderlands series really isn't my cup of tea, but Ott really likes them. Who was here earlier? The Windrake. We could have just walked out of the forest. It's alright. And now to go avenge Galef. Excuse me. Should be able to get out of here, I think. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's time to go avenge Galef. If I remember correctly. Might not be. I'm gonna assume it is until we find out otherwise. It should be time to go avenge Galef and fight X-Death. So I'm gonna go save right outside. I have partially played Telltale Borderlands. I haven't played all the way through. I did like the first episode, and then I stopped. Like, not because it was a bad game, just, I don't know, never got back to it. There. Stretch yourself, cat. All right, we need to properly equip Krill there, don't we? Let's I kind of thought it automatically did that. My fault. Let's get that fixed before she happens to kill herself. Obviously not intentional. So let's get that fixed. Job is no. 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 Yes. Yes. I believe dual wield. And I believe that's right. Reflect ring isn't bad. Let's do the Elven Mantle though. Yeah, I need to do the rest. I've looked up the plot for them. As I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of the Borderlands series, and that's mainly because of where some of the I don't know. Sometimes the jokes are really not my cup of tea. Sometimes they're pretty alright, though, honestly. I don't know. Right, Molly? But alright. I will be back to stream later. Not tonight later, but like later. Like this weekend? That's what I'm trying to say. I just need to get some sleep because I am pooped, honestly. Been up since about 8 this morning? 7:30 this morning. So, let's just go check one more thing. Hold on. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay, definitely the right way. Okay, okay. So yeah. That will do it for tonight, though. So I will be back. Thank you for joining me, Drew. I will definitely be back sometime this weekend. All right, appreciate that. Yeah, I was gonna say I typically try to stream something every Saturday night after going to Adoration. So, or not Saturday, every Friday after Adoration. So typically around this time, typically I'm not this tired, so I can usually get in about 2 hours as opposed to the only hour that I did tonight. But so, all right, you have a good night, Drew. I appreciate it again.